I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words.
Never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets, and we won't find out what this journey is or what... Although, where is she... Oh, you mean the god that took your sister? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started... Ooh, Paimon's... Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far. The animal... Paimon doesn't think... Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko, let's see what she...
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean, is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask...
Oh, so that's...
Great! We came to the...
But the chance of success is...
Incredibly small.
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly... All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of... After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for... I don't know how many days. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of...
What a horrible journey!
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other 2 commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is... Meanwhile, the Tenryou Commission, it doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon... You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd...
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable, but if you really are set on going... That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have someone voyaging far and wide.
But it's an armed fleet, right? What?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, the Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet.
Then there's no time to lose!
Time to scout.
I wonder what's going on up there. What in the world do those symbols really mean?
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't... Ningguang told me about you. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good, judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing. I guess that time...
Hey! The name's not floating...
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two...
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weird...
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for...
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it...
No, I can't argue with that.
Only if the mood takes me, of course.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash?
I thought you might be here to sign up. The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folk. There are two important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think... 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. And with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round... Get this. It's a masterless...
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision...
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light As for whether this shell has any practical application, well...
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting.
Inazuma?
Well, why didn't you say so? In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice.
You just want him to take part in...
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have...
What are we gonna do?
Great. Then let's get you signed.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer...
World do the symbols really...
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beidou said that they had to be renowned fighters. Who will we be up against? Hi there, are you here?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training in.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our masters.
This master of yours must be pretty.
Famous. He's the founder of the Ling Shan clan. And his skills, you probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded. He's got to be a grand master or something. To the Ling Shan clan, he teaches.
Forced to
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train. For example, our master can use it.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without...
It sure is.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course. This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to show your
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a... Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master...
Well, we have to try something new.
Exactly. It can't hurt. Folks will come from far and wide.
See you in the...
Hello.
You bet I am. Have you put your... Well, I'd have a look at the clash as a... Nobody wants...
Yeah.
Me?
Uh-huh.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you... Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith. They tried to sneak... I planted a left hook on... Out, of course. Around... I'm not saying I can't...
Uh-huh. But for us,
I'll see you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. If so,
So you're also...
you better believe it. I wouldn't... From me? Obtaining a vision is... No. It's not about what I know how that sounds, but let me... I've passed it. In most people, a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I've also brought a... Of course, I also put it... Ha! Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before...
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's
Jinxa
just
Village arm wrestling
really
champion, huh?
average.
Next, please. What's your name? Wait, did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though?
I have to ask. Aren't you? Oh, it's really...
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the...
Oh, I wonder if...
I trust you are aware that, only those... Really? But from what I've heard...
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yours... it's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitor... So far, I've got... defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one.
Yeah, and also a dragon, too!
Whoa!
Might as well declare him the champ.
I wonder if it's too late.
Okay, that's plenty. Right, you're right. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beidou
There's another prize, too?
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beidou in advance then. Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so... Paimon's thinking about that whole... Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think... So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental ability. In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win. Alright, it's...
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to Good. Then please...
Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
Come on, let's go sign up. What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beidou. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as... So, what do you think, Kazuha?
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary and...
All right. Let me think how to... You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want... You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating... For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention... So, I'm putting you straight...
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like...
This is how Captain Beidou works. Besides, at your level, you would have...
To be fair...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the... We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not get very well.
All right, that's enough chit.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux class. I do not doubt your abilities.
Relax, my guy's at the...
Okay.
What you got?
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
You're pretty good.
I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right! For a moment there, if you had a vision, you definitely...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're but mine, I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like... I've fought and won against Vision Bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pay... Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them.
Wow!
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again.
By the way, do you know who else?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, so don't...
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the 3rd round.
Maybe.
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. I faltered for given my stature, I'm sure...
Hey there!
He tried to use force. His opponent was... Why don't you dodge, they ask. Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my... Sorry, I shouldn't be Thanks.
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard.
He's right. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily... As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you
It is true that I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself, given your talents, a few hints...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rule?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mons.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that...
Does one not... However, there is only so much that can be Come with me. Some Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single...
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental... If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in... When I talk about that which I see, or since a young age I have been attuned to the tidings, it is things of this nature that I also hear.
As crazy as all that sounds...
My humble abilities are negligible. To think a human could wield the elements, and not to mention your incredibly complex scent. Like...
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then... Might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental...
It's nothing. It's been a long journey. Honestly, even Paimon does...
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence... However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair... Now then...
Crush! Beg for mercy. More speed. I condemn you!
Freeze to the core! Crush! Well met. Eye for an eye! Everybody stand!
Shake your head!
By royal decree! Shudder!
Your skills in battle. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining. He relies entirely on the element of surprise. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak, please save your thanks. If anything, the world is a truly mysterious.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already?
I desire to know what meaning and what influences the gods. My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine in the outset. Not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the...
She sounds less like an Archon and more...
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relent. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand. Ah, the time for you.
Oh, right!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return. Very well.
More speed. Why isn't he here yet?
Never mind. We can start by making your entrance. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax. We've seen many Now, I'd like to introduce our He strikes fear into...
Wow!
I've been waiting.
I'm sure But today's final... As for our other combat...
Come on, what could be taking him so long?
Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show...
Wait a moment. Something... Captain Beidou, perhaps we should... Traveler, come...
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody...
We don't know when it was taken. I never thought...
No need to worry. Even the crafty... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after.
Well, if you I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the...
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can...
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail. You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words. Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see, shortly.
Crush! More speed.
Can't run from...
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Beg for mercy. Crush! More speed.
Picked the wrong test subject.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to...
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria. But most disappointing of all is the state. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire.
Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to...
Aha! So you were supposed to be...
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. After watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow... Drat. This could... I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a...
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is...
Huh? You're not...
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go.
I never would have guessed you could... If this is where talking gets me, then forget it!
Ha-ha! Blood of Frost!
Yeah! Here's a...
No! No!
He has persevered to the bitter end. Put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you out? It's up to you.
No need for that.
Huh? Paimon doesn't...
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest... But unfortunately, nothing Yes. I wanted to know what... From the moment he stole the vision, I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless... After seeing you command multiple elements... Come, why don't you give it a try? I see. No matter. This was expected.
Yeah, what's this?
The story begins with... He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may... But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in...
Kazuha!
All right then. It's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for...
Huh? Did Beta leave up?
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ning. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she...
It's not unusual.
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the... In which case, the Crux clash comes to...
Huh? So, if that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but no...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is no... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close...
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. In the meantime...
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. One final word of warning.
Visibility is excellent. If we head to higher ground, we can do a full recon of enemy activity in the area.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made it. Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're
Seems Beidou is the captain of her.
Of course! There are many things that the
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose whether the journey before you leads to the until we meet again. Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Oh, it's kinda hard to...
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma?
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
Visibility is excellent. If we head to higher ground, we can do a full recon of enemy activity in the area.
Let us cross swords.
I wonder what's going on up there.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never Don't look too serious, I'm only... We set sail for the land engulfed by storm and...
Anchors away!
Ahoy there. So, you finally made it. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps...
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been though the fleet was fully up to the challenge. The inclement weather still caused... Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've got...
You don't know how long I've been waiting to...
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the
With any luck, it'll give you a head start. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to... If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on...
No need to worry. I'm sure...
Good.
Oh, right.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all...
Pharisees!
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things...
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to... So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the You must be... Excuse me? Please provide the information requested, and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry... My apologies, but I'll have to...
Here are their entry papers. For your kind.
What? Ugh, take it.
I just wanted...
I see. Okay. You're...
So...
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito...
Sheesh. So it is?
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as the word suggests, Outlanders aren't not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. Now, let's head over to the Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a press?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes...
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your...
Ma'am, these two here are...
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to...
Thank you, but as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too.
That's not how you haggle! But...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how... So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than...
Then they'll milk them for all their...
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association...
So it's a trade association?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just stick...
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is... I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way...
Really?
I mean, it will take all the resources I have. Connections come at a high price. No. In this instance, in fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have... I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own...
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
Why do I... Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check. The head of the association is called Kurisu.
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking good.
We heard...
Yes. Left, right, and center.
The Sakoku decree...
But it's not the root cause of our woes. No. Those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions,
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Mara.
Crystal Mara?
Something that most of us in the association... Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous... But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our... But this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the... Fontaine, my dear homeland.
Sounds awful. What do you think we should do? But Carice is the head of...
Right. And besides, I think this may well be the fate...
Okay. Well, we could try
that vet... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association, and you're new to Rito, he may just... If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it! We're on the case!
More speed.
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If trade secret, got it? You know...
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, they're wasting their time. The price isn't...
Hey, what?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying...
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea.
That was quick. You resolved...
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the...
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born when Inazuma closed to the outside world. He was one of a group of outlanders. The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree...
So he left the association?
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful...
Really?
Well then, it sounds...
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking... Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes... Oh, my hometown. So, huh? What
Just close your eyes already!
You mean... the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the Xiao lanterns.
This guy has a really active imagination.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't... You mean, the folks from the internet? Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen. I've run into folks from the association. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through?
Well, no.
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to fight. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises. All right, I'll tell you the whole story.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, so come on, get it up.
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock.
It's plain.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me. Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he as it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago.
Really? Well,
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
Which one should I choose? Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers.
Ryo.
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and further away! Let's get...
Now, who else is behind on payments?
Huh? Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we'd made less...
Keijiro!
After him! Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
If you want to taste Mondstadt's great wine, then look no further than Stanley Green!
Should I close early?
Ryoko, how's business?
Customers.
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line.
He's getting further and further away!
What was that sound?
Shh! Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looks like he buried something over there. Whoa, boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Aha! Yes! This is what we're looking for.
Great! Well, now...
I'll...
Huh? You aren't...
I need a little more time before...
Huh. Poor Werner.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back.
Huh? Is this true? You've been swindling us!
Well,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you...
So you think you can use this against me, do you?
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance.
Huh? Is that a threat?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that
well, even if what you say is true...
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession. Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent...
Is that it?
Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden?
And not even an answer.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out.
Come on, Harrison. We've already
I'm sick of being pushed around like this.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket?
Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard?
Oh, we were just discussing a
helping hand. The only thing you're doing is...
Oh, and you dare to utter the... Seize the merchants!
Uh-oh.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any...
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my...
You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro... Shh. Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may...
Of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun.
That fan. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay.
But, Chief!
Enough!
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. No response, huh?
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry you're...
Hey, I was joking. It's a... If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection...
Toma?
Shh, not here. Too many people listen. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the... I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the You've
been keeping your... So, the Yashiro Commission.
Correct. The Kamisato clan, I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known...
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma.
Oh, most definitely. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. You're asking the right questions. And firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month
Still pretty good going for just a...
Well, maybe I have a slight knack. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your... So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide.
Change the tide?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who... navigating powerful people, using their character with your help, even the Vision Hunt Decree. That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were... Yes, of course. I completely...
Toma sure...
Well... one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. Good luck with everything.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Wait, so... Did Toma forget that... Oh, darn it! Nope! As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going... well...
Stop there!
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet? Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if, who knows? Maybe...
Halt! This is the Kanjo...
We're here to see,
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced...
Wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give... Come on in.
Did you get...
My sincere...
I am Hiragi Shinsuke.
Nice to meet... So, the reason...
Alright, all in good...
So what you're saying...
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it's...
Exactly!
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue.
Whoa, you heard about that... Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all. Rito is great. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal.
Oh, sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
Excellent. You must know the Qingxin.
Yep, we've picked...
Yes, bring me 300 Qingxin, would you?
Did Paimon hear that
Too
wrong?
much. Then how about this? We have a few items that need to...
That sounds much more...
709 letters.
Hey, what gives?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me...
You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous!
More speed.
Halt, you two!
Huh?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you...
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see! So this means She wants you, but you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on? Paimon knew something.
You finally arrived. This is technically the second time we have met.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan.
No need to be so formal. I've long marked...
Is it Paimon or does...
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is... Well...
Discuss...
I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father...
No, you misunderstand. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamachi of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better... There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help. To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma...
Yeah, we figured as much. It was...
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so respectfully. We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you... Very well. I'll be...
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
I'll scout ahead. Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to...
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are...
Is there something wrong?
No, as you were.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort the shipment personally, are you?
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father...
Yes, of course, my lady.
Now, need I remind you of the past? Do you really presume that you can fully...
Boy, Chisato...
Yes, my lady. Very...
Shinojo, you can't really be a...
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself.
Yes, but that's...
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential...
Yes, my lady.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it!
Freeze!
Oz, reveal the...
Let's light it up!
Think you can bully me?
You're open! I got careless. Picked the wrong test subject.
Crush!
By royal decree! Sayonara special!
Vengeance will be mine!
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack!
Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs.
We'll take care of this! Stay with Chisato!
Finally,
Oz, reveal...
Crush! Shudder!
Watch out! More monsters inbound!
Lady Hiragi, stay close.
I'm ready.
Wings of darkness! Come, sever
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Look at you!
Flood of frost!
See no more! To the ferry.
Rack and ruin!
By royal decree!
One strike will suffice.
Pew pew!
Beg for mercy! Let's light it up!
Fall before me, you win.
More speed.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to... In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to...
My lady?
So that's how it is.
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us.
I'm not afraid to say that...
The one...
Shinojo, did you all...
What? No, I was just...
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it...
Yes, of course.
But what will happen if your action...
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food or...
Huh. Paimon...
I wish you a safe journey.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
we've made less noise.
More speed. Quick, under the umbrella, or you'll get soaked.
Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
Weather is a hindrance. The thunder drowns out all other sounds, hampering my perception of the surrounding environment. More speed.
What a pleasant surprise.
More speed.
According to the letter, this should be—
Sorry, we don't serve the general—
Wait! We're at the—
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlet—
Are our clothes really so—
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea.
Well, that sounds more— Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't seem—
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgot.
What?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. So you didn't see anything like this when you—
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
All right. I've had my fun.
Hey! You're this—
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting, so I came up with this little fun greet. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna
Sorry, did I overdo it? Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when... his light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to... But before that, there is one other...
Oh?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under...
Sure feels... Huh? Are Paimon's eyes...
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful... The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over... As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to...
Seems like every god has their own...
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. Perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change. And whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has this... And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that they're...
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it...
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look...
Sound? What sound?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then...
Aspirations? Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, that is where visions come from. So if what you just... Then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato resident.
Time to scout. More speed. More speed.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma...
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored.
Is this the Shirazage Himegimi you keep... Oh, behind...
Yes. As the daughter of the consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission.
Makes sense. She's a...
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation at present in Inazuma. In the name of the Vision Hunt, though the Yashiro Commission's, a commission's power rises and falls. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take a...
No, please! Wait! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps...
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world.
Correct. Please do all you can to help them.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Where's the person
Why are you doing this?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play.
That must be the guy Ayaka told...
You must also be Tejima, keeping out the threat. But now, we will gladly...
If you want my opinion, it's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became... I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very... Truth be told, we aren't sure whether...
Seems like he's a well-respected... You must be Tejima. So what...
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave. True. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But what...
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay... But if you can't remember... Oh! Maybe if you just try...
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought...
I keep a diary?
Oh, yes! Yes, you do! And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted...
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima...
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary.
This looks like Tejima's done. Let's see what we... Today, the villagers and I got... Today, I went kite flying to... Huh? I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. Now that's the kind of... So this is the Omamori interesting. But anyway, if he had... The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Must be something pretty amazing if it... It looks like... Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? So the reason... But he's been here for 30 years! Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
More speed.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly... But I have no... Still, it's clear that I was waiting for some... Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. And just look at all the things. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my love, regret, everything I felt for her... No. After all, I've forgotten who... It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. I think... maybe not. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually? When I think about it like that. How curious. I shall remain here and keep waiting.
Tejima seems to be dealing... okay. But still... Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose... That certainly explains the state At least we were able to help... According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission. They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law but why would they take action? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about—
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed, but—
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know—
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a con— It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun—
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help? Maybe we should talk to Kurt.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, my own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree.
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. And it's not just that.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, to top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first— If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders.
He seemed— But we better confirm. Let's go We should be able to follow their
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you to man.
These seem like the treasure.
Shut up! Crush!
The wrong test subject.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. Come on, boss.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see inside? hide.
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete... I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening... But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little...
You've got a deal. Now...
Huh? What the...
There's nothing in...
Yeah. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a... We better talk to this miss... As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross...
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs.
Shut it. Let's just...
Please speak to President Song.
Everything is going
More speed.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Grove. Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire. Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of food. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the price is increased...
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have... Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they did... So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt...
Wow. And no one ever appreciated what he...
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told... Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency... If you're still curious, why don't you go at... I see. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no...
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps... Oh, but before you go... Information is also... Don't worry. I won't charge much.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions... Let's go talk to Kurosawa. What are you doing here all by yourself?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my... It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarder?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all
Strange. I don't really have any such recollection. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put my... But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense this sword was once wielded by... I remember once when I was young. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade and said to me,
Hey, if you look carefully, can you recognize the words?
virtue? Somehow those two words seem to explain taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for... The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the irony of all of it is, I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equal...
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would... In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition. Fortunately for us, you don't... Let's go find the next person.
She's so great.
Don't worry.
Time to scout.
The third person who had their vision taken, Paimon heard that he's the present day. This is his dojo. Luckily...
Nanako, don't worry. Since those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he...
Maybe, but things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never...
It's just because he's been possessed.
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't...
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. But then we got here and overheard you talking.
From the way you're please, accept my apologies. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I would... Sensei's name is Domon. A name though self-taught. He once said that his goal was to be... And so... But then...
Not long ago, Sensei, he says the strangest things over and Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's... But if I'm honest, I still have my...
The Grand Narukami Shrine.
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head... Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. So don't worry, Nanako. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both...
So, losing your vision can cause
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had just now, when Nanako was attending to him. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panicked. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew. Others, one of them was Anzai. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. The ritual has now begun. Please, excuse me for...
Huh? Who's that sneaking? We won't let them get away with it! Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up.
you sure you're Dome? Unless... I guess it...
Excuse me? And what are you doing
Bad news? I'll have you know, I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you...
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated. When we were young, we trained under the same sword mat. I had begun training 5 years before practitioners of Meikyo, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind. I thought so too at the time. But Domon began making... Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire.
Sure sounds like he meant business.
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the... Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match... After that I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down though, So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, So you see, I came here... Okay. You've heard my story.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us.
Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But
Nanako, please. Try not to get at...
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find... But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world. Many of... And all is certainly not lost. For I received...
Lady Yae? Is that...
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Correct. Lady Yae is most... I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi.
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival. I must leave now, but we will meet...
Who'd have thought Lady Yae herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that sensei is...
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady Yae, the head shrine maiden. Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei...
Sure! After all, who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find...
More speed. More speed.
Do you think that's Lady Yae? Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at it was probably nothing.
Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword.
As you can see, Lady Yae, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute.
Lady Yae, it must be. This is nothing like him.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that you. Yes. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits as one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back down. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be...
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yae, even without his ambition, why should he...
Your school practices make stillness of mind, freedom from... There was once one who claimed to be a man. What of the one who...
Lady Yae, I'm not...
The path of the sword masters... It requires one to take only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As... much like a certain...
Poor sensei.
I'm sorry, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that odd? Did he follow us the whole way?
Ansai, why are there two? You're here for revenge, aren't you?
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it again. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak.
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go...
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I...
Nanako's far from the only one.
Goodness.
You see? You can place the ambition. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me. So, just as I once placed my ambition, you are not in the same position that I was. When
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. But as your sensei, this is my promise.
You can count on that. But I am now used to the light. Well, don't you...
So even though his ambition was taken...
Traveler, a moment, please.
So, the wind that blows from afar for us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child.
Ooh, Lady Yae! She seems super mysterious. We can come back to it another... Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Huh? No. Huh?
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you. I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of Ayaka, how come this time?
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a second. But isn't Toma your...
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining.
Oh. Okay, then. Ayaka, you seem pretty...
Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have... Thunders roar. Light, but I believe that surely you understand. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were...
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House?
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll...
So, what's the deal with this place anyway?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes...
Oh, Paimon gets it!
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline...
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. The almighty Shogun. She inspires awe. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to... Of course. They invariably... It almost makes one wonder whether... The issue is this. For the vast majority of people... After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive vision. Because of this, the attitude of most...
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless...
Resistance? You mean like...
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have to say a little more about Sangonomiya. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda.
Ooh, Paimon!
Oh? What would...
Have you got a plan yet to fight the vision?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is...
So...
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and... For example, by providing vision bear...
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there...
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, they're The problem we are facing right now is that Master Mas...
Darn!
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of... Exactly. I feel the same way. By no means. When you are ready, go to Han.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to believe me, you're not the first of your...
Can't you make...
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch... Psst! Hey! Wait! Huh? There's someone... Come on! This way! What's going on? Shh! Quiet! Hey! This isn't right, you... Huh? Hey! Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right,
Wise.
What should we do now? He's already given up his fish. This is your fault. You're the one who stopped us from interfering.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have...
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction.
Stop it, Hanjiro. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision.
Yes, Master Masakatsu.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. But if I just merged straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a hole. So, what about if I join?
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fight.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source.
Not bad, huh?
Time to break him out.
Please speak to President Song.
Come on, this way. As I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. We should split up. I've got a... you sure? Yes,
Shudder!
Mein Fräulein.
More speed.
Talk about a big door! Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Show me what you've got!
Everybody stand!
I dare you!
Crush! Shudder!
Clear cut! Allow me to strike
Think you can bully me?
Show me what you've
Vengeance
got!
will be mine!
I must withdraw.
Beg for mercy.
Fly!
I condemn you!
I've been withdrawn. Battle formation!
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it.
Crush!
These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Teach you a lesson. Soldiers, quick! Show me what you've got! I dare you!
I'm going in!
Ain't having your drink.
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Beg for mercy. Freeze to the core.
Watch your step!
Crush!
You cannot match my brain around me! I've been strike first!
Shudder! Rack and ruin!
Shake it and
Take cover!
Watch your step!
Everybody stand!
Show me what you've got!
If it's not one of royal blood, Oz, reveal thyself!
I need to train harder.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
More speed.
Teach me a lesson. Show me what you've got! I dare you! Don't hold back!
Get out of here! Take up Benny's adventure team! I have failed you. Phantasmagoria!
Vengeance will be mine!
Don't hold back! Withdraw!
Crush!
I need to train harder.
Shudder!
I must withdraw.
Think you can bully me? Must be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up was just the beginning.
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission brutes are...
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya!
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu...
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson.
Huh? That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenri.
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against...
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are all...
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, this is our chance.
Yoimiya, are you...
Who is that? Quick, go and invest...
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered.
Huh? Was that an
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
Fireworks aren't just for fest. Well, fireworks are my craft after all.
Look, the coast is...
Master Masakatsu,
come on! Oh.
Yes. Leave. Before I let my He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long.
Well...
Yes.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the
Thank you. All of you.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujosara. It seems as though there are some okay people. How about we go tell Ayaka?
Time to scout. More speed.
I see. So Kujo Sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. If our true motives were ever divulged...
True. Though if you ask, we are now one step closer to victory. You're turning out to be even...
Don't...
Indeed. But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt, it is time we make ready our...
There's no need to rush. Things seem to have taken a turn for the... yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems... and the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decrees.
A ceremony, you say?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing...
You do... being in a constant state of... Toma.
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently.
A hot pot game? What's that?
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add... Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that the winner receives blessings from the god of hot pot. Don't you think it sounds like fun?
You really do want to... Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to get... Ooh! Paimon proposes we gather raging demon-level Joyun chilies! This is already shaping...
Oh, my stomach!
Who would have guessed that Toma would be the winner? He ate practically...
Salt-crusted herring, unripe lavender melon, flash-boiled dongo. Oh, and whatever that thing was that nearly... hold up, my life is starting to flash before my...
You've only got yourself to blame, Toma.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes I had? Boiling cakes in hot pot.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest...
Uh-oh, I'm definitely...
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about being competitive.
Guess I've been feeling Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game. I think my luck has already taken a turn for the... So without further ado, I hereby...
Oh, brother.
Good effort, team.
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly is as busy with prep and with the extra time,
Let's all take some much-needed time off. Downtime is hard to come by these. I'll tidy things up here and...
There's gonna be a secret.
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows...
Bye, Toma! Seems we won't need to be visiting...
Knights and aristocrats share